This lesson is about the DTD, the Document Type Definition of XML. The document definition language is actually a part of XML, and you can include the document definition information at the top of an XML document, or you can refer to the DTD in another document somewhere out on the Internet. The text you are looking at is the DTD of the web app XML page used inside WAR files. As you can see here by the top line, this is itself an XML document, but this document contains only the dictionary definitions. As you can see, there is quite a bit of documentation intermixed with these dictionary definitions. Some of it is more useful than others. Here is the first element defined in the dictionary. This is the main tag. The name of the tag is defined as web app. The items listed in parentheses following the name are the items to be included in the tag. Now, everything in here has a meaning. The names listed in here are other element names in this same dictionary. If a name is followed by a question mark, it means that the item can be left out, but if it is included, it can be included only once. An asterisk means the item can be left out, or it can be included any number of times. There's one example that's not shown here. The plus sign indicates that an item must be included once, but it can be included a number of times. If there is no modifier following a name, it means the item must appear exactly once. The other elements in this dictionary are the contents of the root element, the web app element. This is the definition of the icon tag. The icon tag contains a small icon and a large icon, but you can see that you can only have one of each and that each is optional. Here is the definition of the small icon tag. Now, it doesn't contain any other tags. It contains something called PC data. That #PC data keyword indicates that this tag contents can be free-form text. In this case, the text can be the file name of an image file containing the icon, but this same specifier is used for any tag that has textual content. For example, you see here the display name of the servlet and the description of the servlet. Both are identified as having PC data. Now, here is a tag that has no content whatsoever. It must be empty. That is, it is only an opening and closing tag, or a single opening tag with a closing slash on its right end. Tags like this are included as flags to indicate a characteristic of some sort. This one specifies that this particular application can be deployed to a distributed container. A distributed container is one that exchanges information with the containers of other servers. Here is a tag with a choice. Placing a comma between choices means and. Both items are included. The vertical bar is an or. Either one or the other is included. You see here that using nested parentheses is necessary to make this work correctly when it's combined with an and. You can have a whole series of items joined by ors, and you only are required to include one of them. The possible attributes also need to be defined. Here you see the list of attributes for the tags. In this example, each tag is assigned as accepting an attribute named ID, with a lowercase name ID. It is of the data type ID, that's the uppercase name for the data type. The keyword $implies means that inclusion of this attribute is optional. You can specify $required if the attribute is required. The only attributes for the web app XML document is the assignment of an ID to each and every tag in it. It's intended for use with an IDE tool to assign and display attributes to the user for each of the tags. Now, ID is only one of several different data types. The most common data type is C data. That's all uppercase, the letter C followed by the word data. This is for any quoted string. There are some other data types, but they're all special purpose types. CData is the most common one used. There are a few more small pieces to XML syntax, but that's about all you'll need for this course. One thing I should mention, even though it won't come into play for anything I'll be showing you, are namespaces. You will see tag names that have colons in the middle separating a prefix to the tag name from the tag name itself. This is just a naming convention that makes it easier to mix tags from different dictionaries in the same XML document. The standard prefixes used by each one will keep the names distinct in each document.